everyone. I assume we're on, so I'm gonna start talking as if we are. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to MomoCon's Let's Get Digital event, raising money for Feeding America. Wonderful charity. Next up, it's us, the Zeldathon team. We were here yesterday with the gymnast and Insane in the Rain music, and today, as a pre-show, we're joined right now, and I'm gonna bring it over to Kelly. Kelly Selena, fantastic artist, is going to be drawing whatever you decide. You can make a donation of any size. We prefer $5 or more, I would say. $3 or more? What do you think, Kelly?
Like $5, $3. I'll still doodle for $3. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, request anything you like. Anime characters. Kelly likes frogs.
I love frogs.
And we'll draw that for you. We have 20 minutes of drawing here before we go over to SuperSonic, who's ready in the wings to play some Mario, some Sonic, some Animaniacs speedruns. It's going to be an hour and a half of fast gaming.
Gamers go fast.
We're also joined here by, I believe it's Hero Cat. I don't know if you have another name you'd like to go by online, who's going to be reading out those donations, right?
Yep, that's what I'm here for.
Perfect. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Oh, not a problem.
And maybe you can actually, while Kelly does some initial doodles, while we hopefully get some donations in here for sketches, would you like to tell everybody at home what they can win during the Zeldathon block here up until 6 p.m.?
Okay, yeah, give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and pull that up just to make sure I got everything.
Gotcha.
Here's my stuff. Oh wow, I am just like unprepared now.
I already see sun taking form here, Kelly. What is this, another frog? Or is this look like the Breath of the Wild frog almost?
I'm drawing another froggy. You can pay me the frog, or I'll just do them for free. Whatever works.
Okay, so if you donate at least $5, you can win a Right Stuff prize bundle, which include a bunch of great items, such as a Demon Lord on the Floor manga. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. The Boogie Pop Phantom TV series complete collection, among other things. Include also How Not to Summon the Demon Lord novel. You also win a MomoCon Amazing box of swag, which contains a bunch of fandom items, Blu-rays, merchandise, clothing, figures, you name it.
Excellent. I think we still have the ongoing. Is it $20 to get in for that Vertigear?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I was just getting into that. Yeah, if you donate at least $20, you are entered into the raffle for a Vertigear chair, which is a $489 value chair, which is great. It's real nice, real comfortable. You really want to end that, and it's only $20 to get into that.
Kelly, you're gonna have to cover up that logo on your chair. That's not a Vertigear chair.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no.
This chair sucks. It's fine, you know.
See, our current frog is just big chilling here.
Yeah, he's in a little, you know, he's in a little mud, you know, a little sauna for him. He's making
little
froggy.
Mud sauna.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just gotta sit in some hot water, make some little froggy tea. I don't know, he's steaming in there.
That particular eye style, even though it's done like everywhere, it really reminds me of the Ghibli eyes.
Oh yeah, this is them froggies. It's my favorite eye style, I think, for frogs. Like, I know frogs can, like, open their eyes a bit more, but no. I'll always draw it like this.
So while people are making a donation maybe for a request or two, actually a quick question for SuperSonic. If you could have one of the main characters from your 3 games drawn, what would you go for? He might not be here.
Uh-oh.
He might be setting up. Have you done a Sonic before? Have you drawn a Sonic?
Okay, my favorite thing in the universe is to draw Sonic from memory, so I just never look at anything. And every single time, it becomes amazing. Okay, so Like what I remember mostly is his little peanut-ish nose, you know? His shade of blue. It's I don't remember. It's like a royalish blue, but they changed every once in a while. I'm gonna assume it's like this. He's got them like Mickey Mouse-ish eyes. I already know that's wrong, but here he is. I know he's got like a little bump of a nose. Wow, this is probably the best one I've ever done. Maybe I'm learning. He's got some spikies. Don't really remember where they go. But they go like this, if I remember correctly. I don't know how far they go down. He's got a low body. He's got hands.
Oh, he's wonderful already.
He's got little leggies. They're very skinny. He runs very fast, you know. He can't keep the weight on.
He has the big boots.
My favorite thing recently was I saw a little like clip of like someone talking and they're like, "Do you think Sonic poops?" And I'm like, "Nope. I actually don't think he does." I think his like chili dogs just disappear when he sheds his hair. Like all of it goes straight to his hair, and then he just sheds really fast and he's good. I know he's got like big hands, you know? He's got his hands in a little fist. I don't know what he's trying to punch, but here he is.
I don't like that he's kind of looking down at the lavender frog with the clenched fists.
Oh no!
Like, what do you think?
Now he's looking. He's got some big
Now
eyes.
he's looking in the distance. Yeah.
There's my Sonic, you know. If is it accurate? Who knows? But that's all my brain remembers. Did I miss anything? Is there any like Sonic things I missed? Does his spikies go all the way down? Does he have a tail? His body's actually so much smaller. Oh my god.
This is when you pull out the selection tool and you just drag it and just pinch it smaller.
Will it go?
It's gonna be silly looking.
Oh, we'll just pretend to adjust his hands. Yes.
He's starting to look like one of those eggs. You know the eggs, right? The eggs.
What do you mean?
The eggs with like big legs that like do the little dances that are on YouTube everywhere.
Oh my god, yes, it does look like that. Wait,
I expect him to go boom 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 boom.
he's gonna start dancing any minute now. You're just waiting for it. Oh my gosh, I keep using my scissors. I mean my eraser. I know he's got socks. There, that's as close as I'm gonna get. I missed his socks. He doesn't have big hands, he's wearing gloves! Well, his hands are probably as big as the gloves, but we'll never know. What if they're not?
I see a donation came in, but I don't think it's an art request, but yeah, feel free to read that out.
Yep, definitely. We got a couple donations in the past few minutes. Yeah, it is a $5.02 donation from World's Okayest DM saying, "Make Gary suffer for all the dungeon masters he's tormented. He is a chaotic feral child."
But Gary,
Is that relevant to a previous segment?
Who's Gary?
Gary the snail.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw Gary the snail. That's the only Gary I know. For Smoople, even though he couldn't be here.
Couldn't be here, as in maybe he's just asleep.
This is for
We won't call him
Smoople.
out.
This is for my pal Smoople.
I have to say I've never drawn Gary, even though Gary's so easy to draw too. Like, not a problem.
I know, but I'm also drawing him from memory again, you know? What is looking at a reference? I don't even know.
Some people say it's a wise thing to do if you're getting into art. I say it's extra time, right?
Yeah, you gotta look up a reference, and then you're like, oh my god, you know, he has a mouth? You gotta draw that? Kinda sad. Does he
One of
have
my
a
favorite
swirl?
things I've seen people do before is do the like Pokemon from memory. and how, like, you know, you'll get a Pikachu that's perfect, and then somebody's like, draw Golem, and they're like, okay, isn't he like?
He's a rock.
He's a rock.
Oh my god, I don't even think I can draw Pikachu from memory.
You actually have a donation for a request.
What is it? Share with me the knowledge.
We have a $4 donation from Kiray Blues saying, "Can you draw Squirtle?"
Yes, I will draw Squirtle. Thank you for choosing such a good boy. Oh.
Look at that! Exactly when we we mentioned Pokemon, a Pokemon has come through.
I'm again not looking at a reference, you know, but
Squirtle's a blue orb.
He's, you know, he's got a shell. He's pretty poggers. He's my fave. I can only think about that one Pokemon episodes where, like, they're like gangster Squirtles. You know, those are my favorite boys of the whole universe.
The Squirtle
So
Squad.
you're gonna draw, yeah, the Squirtle Squad.
Yeah, I gotta draw the leader. Don't remember what his glasses look like, but I do remember they all had sunglasses. I wish
It's so funny because, like, they make the choice to make the Squirtles like sound cooler. Like, usually Squirtle's like Squirtle, Squirtle, but you talk to the Squirtle Squad like Squirtle.
They
Whoa.
literally sound like they're gonna mess you up. They're ready. I'm so happy they had a job, you know. They were working for the people. The best character development I've ever seen is the Squirtle Squad. This is where things get a little fuzzy. Does he look like an actual turtle here? I hope you appreciate his beauty. His very simplistic beauty.
Perfect.
Oh, wait.
All right, we have a $5 donation from hatcore.com saying, "Draw no face, a chesty no face."
A chesty no face?
I don't know about it.
Do with that information what you will.
Okay. Chesty no face. The sad part is I don't really remember what No Face's face looks like. I know he's got a face.
Also, yeah, hatcore.com. I know them. I think I have one of their hats here I picked up from a convention at some point.
What is a chesty no face? I'm just thinking like hella buff, you know, but I'm so confused.
You've done that big circle. The big.
He's big. What is he? Does he have you think he's gonna draw some pecs on the outside? Oh, I feel like I'm doing a disgrace right now.
I'd say it's a little bit of a disgrace, but your art's fine. The concept is what's scary.
I still don't know what his face looks like. I'm gonna have to Google it. No face. Oh my god, he has a face.
I don't know. Right now, it's pretty no face, I would say.
I know, this is all I remember. He's got little purple stripes. Oh, my sister's like loves No Face. I think she's crying right now. What do you think? Shaw, do you approve? She doesn't want to answer me. Oh, I'm so sorry for whoever asked this. It was too vague. I didn't know what to do.
This is a cursed drawing.
I'm so sorry that this exists now.
No, and see, the worst part is you've done wonderful. But again, it's the concept that's extremely cursed.
still needs his hands. His other hand's gonna go off screen. He needs to keep drawing.
We're giving pecs or abs too.
I mean, isn't it part of the whole thing, the whole experience?
The whole experience. That's welcome to MomoCon. Let's get digital. Racing money for feet, America. You're getting the whole experience right now.
Yeah, now you'll never need to, like, if you ever wanted to know what buff No Face looked like, this is it. There he is. He's something. I don't know if beautiful is the word, but he exists. I'm embarrassed. Thank you for that donation and for bringing this cursed object into the universe.
We only have a couple more minutes before we get on to speedruns, Kelly. Is there anything that you'd like to draw for something final, since we don't have any more donations here, it looks like?
MC, name a Pokemon. Let's do it, because we talked about it. We got an empty space.
Nose pass.
Oh my god, why you gotta pick a hard one? Oh!
Because you wanted me to pick a Pokemon. That's Clinket's favorite Pokemon. Did you know that?
Clinket, I'm so sorry right now. I know he looks like a block of some sort, you know. He got a big nose. I don't think he's purple. I think he's closer to blue, but... Is his nose that's purple, or is pink? Oh no, I really don't know.
It is a shiny nose pass.
Oh no, what is this? Oh, does he have eyebrows? Oh no. This is oh no. I don't know what this is. Oh no. Is that the right color?
No.
Is it blue? Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure Nose Pass is blue. I can't be sure. Does Nose Pass have legs? I don't know.
MC.
I don't think he floats. I just chose a Pokemon. I don't know what it looks like either.
I'm giving him hands just so I don't lose points just because I forgot something.
Oh, I'm now looking at Nose Pass. This is not quite Nose Pass.
Oh,
You got the pink nose.
Oh, this is what I remember. I just remember a rock, you know, a nose. Okay, to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have hands. I think he's a floaty boy.
He does have hands and feet. I did look that up.
I was wrong. I did not think that he would have freak. No! What kind of legs does he have? Has he got little stumpies? I think that
They're like big rocks.
This man cannot have hands. I literally don't know where they would go. They go down here. Oh god. Where do they come from? Where do they go?
Joe.
Thank you, MC. I said it in my head, but I was like, no, put that away. Why are you saying that right now? He's kind of cute, but he's definitely not Nose Pass. I tried.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Kelly, where could people find you if they want to see more of your less 5-second artwork and more of your polished artwork?
If you want to see some more stuff, you can go to Kelly Selena Art. I'm a very simple person. I just wrote that out on top of everything, just like usual. But yeah, that's my Instagram, that's my Twitter, that's my Twitch. That's basically everything.
Perfect. Thank you for showing your talents here on the MomoCon stream and being a little bit of a pre-show for SuperSonic.
Well, thank you for having me here. I hope you guys enjoyed all my from memory drawings.
Perfect. Thank you, Kelly. Sonic, you good for us to bring it over to you?
Good to go.
All right, so feel free to introduce yourself and what you're going to be doing today. And Kelly, you're off, so you're good.
All right, well, hello everybody. My name is SuperSonic. I am a Mario, Sonic, and Animaniacs speedrunner mainly. So today we will be doing Super Mario Brothers Warpless, and then we're going to do Sonic 2 Beat the Game, which is pretty much like not collecting the Chaos Emeralds, and then Animaniacs on the Sega Genesis. So we're going to start with Mario first. So whenever you guys are ready for me, I'll get started here. I got to make sure my timer's up as well. So there will be a little bit of a timer on the bottom left there. just so we can see what kind of time we end up getting for these speedruns. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Now we're going to actually start the timer when I gain control of Mario. And here we are, starting with 1-1. First thing we're going to do is grab the mushroom. And then we're going to head into this little shortcut here. So this will take us towards the end of the stage right away. Now we're going to slowly slow down just to avoid the fireworks. So if you get a 1, 3, or 6 at the end of your timer, you'll get 1, 3, and 6 fireworks respectively. So if you get a 3 or a 6, those will mostly waste time, like about 1 to 2 seconds respectively. If you get like 1 firework, it doesn't really cost any time at all. So that's what we got to know about fireworks. Now at 1-2, we're in our underground stage. We're going to go ahead and grab the fire flower here. And we're going to be needing this for all the castle stages. We're going to try to stay as Fire Mario throughout the entire run, because it does save a lot of time overall. Okay, so we got in there at a 52, so we're going to do a buffer jump out of the pipe. So we kind of see Mario kind of skate on one leg there. So the reason why I did that was to make sure that I get a 5 at the end of my timer instead of a 6. Because I had the fire grab was a little slow there, so. But anyway, this is usually the safest way to get the power-ups. Normally in PB attempts, we would grab the fire flower in, well, the mushroom and the fire flower in 1-3 and 1-4 respectively, since it is a little faster to get those power-ups that way. So the Warpless category is pretty much playing through all 32 stages. So we're just about finishing up the first world here. We're going to head into our first castle stage. So we're going to try to avoid these fire bars here. When I was a kid, I thought those fire bars looked like hot Cheetos. So I always called them hot Cheetos for like the longest time. Alright, so as you saw there, we did shoot down Bowser with 5 fireballs. So that pretty much eliminates the animation for the bridge collapse. That saves roughly about 2.5 seconds. So if we do that from worlds 1 through 7, we can save up to 15 seconds overall. We do not have to do that in 8-4 because that's the final stage of the game. So all we have to do is just stop the timer when we grab the axe for that one. Alright, so we're in world 2 now. Not jumping to world 5 right away. Yeah, we're not doing the warp zones for this one. So we're gonna play through all 32 stages. Alright, so 2-2. Starting into the water level here. So normally I try not to shoot these enemies down because it could alter the patterns for like the ending. So I will shoot them down if they're like completely in the way, like these guys right here. Otherwise you could technically like avoid all of them, but if they're like pretty much in your line of sight, just might as well shoot a fireball at them. See, that one I was kind of unsure if I should have shot them down or not, but thankfully I was able to get underneath them. Okay, now we're gonna head in here. So now we're done with 2-2.
Mind if I ask you a quick question?
Sure, go ahead.
This is my natural curiosity. Have you played any of the Mario 35 game, and how much has your skills transferred over to that, if at all?
Well, I did play Mario 35 for a good while. It does play a lot like this game, however, some of the glitches do not work. So you cannot clip through walls, you cannot do the small fire glitch setup, which is only doable on the NES version, but you cannot do it in like the All-Stars or the Mario 35. I feel like the fireballs are slightly different when you're shooting it in Mario 35. Like, they have a very strange trajectory, but overall it does play like very much the same as the original game. Alright, and then 2-4 here, we're gonna do a... Oh! Didn't quite get that fire pattern down very well, but that's okay. So this is pretty much what you'll see. If I lose fire there, If I grab the axe, that's how you see the bridge collapse animation. So that's costing like 2.5 seconds there. But that's okay. We'll be able to re-grab the power-ups in 3-1 and 3-2.
Do you have a favorite level in the game?
I do. It is 4-2. Not the any percent version, but the warpless version.
I can safely say I don't even remember what 4-2 is past the warp.
Yeah, it's an underground stage. We'll get there pretty shortly. So I did say I was going to get the power-ups in 3-1 and 3-2, but I ended up getting them all in this stage. So kind of like knowing your backups where they are. I would have gotten the fire flower there, but since we had like hammer bros to deal with, like I didn't want to lose my mushroom power-up right away.
Have you done much of any percent of this game, and what's your time?
So for any percent, that was the first category I ran when I started speedrunning back in 2016. My current time right now is a 4:57.976, and it is actually like one of the worst 4:57s in the game, in the leaderboards. But the world record currently is 4:55.430 by Nifsky. He actually achieved that a few weeks ago, just surpassing Cosmic by like, I believe it was 1 frame rule.
It's crazy how tight the race has been for that, and that it's still developing. It's still active.
Yeah, so you can there is actually one more second barrier to surpass, so it is possible to get 4:54 in the run, but it does involve like these really like strange tricks, because practically every single stage has a trick. So you got flagpole glitch, which is pretty much clipping into the bottom of the flagpole and then grabbing it, and then the flag doesn't come down at all. That saves about 0.35 seconds or 21 frames, so that's what we call a frame roll. So the game checks every 21 frames to see like how fast the player is finishing this level. So depending on those 21 frames, it'll pretty much determine what kind of patterns you'll see in like the castle stages mainly. So as of now, like SMB1 90% is like one of the most optimized categories in this game. As far as warpless goes, it still has like some time to save, but a lot of the tricks are like not humanly possible yet. Mainly the flagpole glitches, because there are like certain setups for flagpole glitch for each stage, and it's all depending on subpixels. So as of now, like the main flagpole glitches that we can go for is in 1-1, 4-1, I think 2-3 and 7-3 currently, but a lot of people don't really go for those in the runs. Mostly like 1-1, that's probably like the only flagpole glitch they'll go for right now.
Do frame rolls come into play a lot in this category still, or is it a little bit less?
It does. It does come into play in this category, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's 4-2. This is my favorite stage. So normally in the 80% route, we would go for the wrong warp. That'll pretty much take us to the warp zone to World 8. But in warpless, so there's actually 2 routes you can go. You can either go the top route or the bottom route. I love going the bottom route because it's a lot of fun, especially when you have the fire flower. Although I didn't quite pick off all the enemies I wanted to, but still, it doesn't really, you know, like lose a lot of time compared to the top route. So top route is just pretty much straight on, just walking or running on the ceiling. But yeah, like getting back to your question about frame rolls, it does also come into play for warpless, mainly because of the castle patterns. So they're like the potaboos and the fire bars. They'll have like various behaviors depending on when we arrive at the level. So if we play the game in a certain way, so if we like start the game like at a time delay, we'll be able to know what kind of patterns we will get in those specific stages. But if we end up losing like a frame roll or 2, we would have to adjust to the patterns that we see. So we use a spreadsheet, which pretty much explains like all the patterns that we can get up to a certain time frame. Like it doesn't have like every single frame rule in there. Oh jeez, I tried to go for a clip in that corner, but I messed that up. That's okay though. Like we can still beat Bowser here.
It was fun. We were talking to Gymnast yesterday about the development of Wind Waker and how in many speedrun games, the more optimized they get, the more spreadsheets become involved, and how it becomes a diagnosis of of certain areas, and the optimization comes down to just raw game data, and it's fun to see. Like Super Mario Bros. Is one of those examples of it is an absolute science at the most optimized levels.
Oh yeah, like especially for this game, a lot of people like looked into it to see what kind of patterns they could get, like when the bullet bill would shoot in 8-2, like in order to get the optimal frame rule, because there is a bullet bill glitch in 8-2, so you can save 2 frame rules by getting the correct shot, but it has to be optimal as well, so you pretty much have to play the level almost perfectly and not slow down anywhere. But if there is a case where you do end up slowing down at all in the game, then there are like backup strats that you can go for to get the optimal shot. So there was like a lot of research put into it. Andrew G, who's like one of the main people in Mario speedrunning, pretty much did a lot of the research, as well as Cosmic, who was the former world record holder for any percent, and Warpless. He was actually the first person to get sub 19 in this category. But right now the current world record for Warpless is 1859.008 by GTAce 99. So he's actually one frame away from getting an 1858, but he had one lag frame in his run that cost him that. So, but I think
last time I checked, you were sitting like what, 7th, 9th place, somewhere around there in Warpless?
I was actually in 3rd place at one point, but then like a few other people passed me, so I'm in 7th right now.
Yeah, right.
And my time is a 1903 in this, so it was pretty difficult when I was grinding this game, like trying to achieve that time. But since then, I haven't really been actively grinding Mario 1. Like I've been mostly playing like the Sonic games and Animaniacs, like trying to optimize those games. Oh gosh, Bowser, please.
He got you a little bit today.
He got me there. I try to shoot him down. Like I try to go for a platform bump to make sure that I don't get right by him, but he changed directions on me, so he managed to kind of boot me there.
So after I had fun playing every Mario game back in May. It was the first time I ever beat Lost Levels, and boy howdy, that game, you know, when people say, you know, it's a harder Mario Brothers. At first I was like, I got all the way, you know, through the first few worlds, no problem. I was like, this ain't too bad. But then it really ramps up world 6 through 8. Do you run that game at all? What's your opinion on Lost Levels?
I actually love that game a lot more than this one, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But it is more challenging. Like if you were to play the Super Nintendo version of Lost Levels, that is actually slightly friendlier because you get 5 lives instead of 3, and also the continue system is very friendly. So if you were to game over in like 7-3, for example, you can restart back at 7-3 instead of, oh gosh, kind of short jump there.
That's not snuck up on you.
But yeah, like so the game over system in Lost Levels, yeah, it's a lot more friendlier in the Super Nintendo version compared to the NES or Famicom Disk System version. In this Famicom version, like if you were to die in 7-3, it'll take you back to 7-1. So yeah, it'll take you backwards instead of, you know, keeping you right at that spot. But
my favorite part of the Lost Levels that I did was the first time I took a warp, or I found a warp world that was gonna take me back to World 1, and I had a moment of pure panic that I just lost all the progress in my run before noticing they had a pit that you could die in.
Yeah, that was the first like initial troll warp zone that I encountered as well, like when I was playing that casually. And when I was like playing through it, it's like, why does it take me back to World 1 when I'm like in World 3? And then I see a pit there. They're like, okay, yeah, so we know you made a mistake, so we're gonna, you know, let you die there and go back to like the beginning of 3-1.
That initial moment of shock and horror was enough to, I was like, I hate replaying parts of games, like major sections that I've already done. So
yeah.
I was, I think that led to a Twitch clip.
Yeah, I actually did run Lost Levels as part of the Warpless Relay Race back at SGDQ 2017. So there was like a team of 5, so there's like 3 teams of us, and there's like 15 like runners part of it, and I ran Lost Levels for that one. But the funny thing is I ran the FDS version, but Darbian and Raikou Rider, they ran the Super Nintendo version, so it was slightly different overall.
You were playing the hard mode.
I was playing the hard mode because I didn't like the Super Nintendo version. So I talked to them about it because originally we were supposed to do the Warpless D-4 category, so that's also including like World 9 and then Worlds A through D. But in the FDS version, the only way you can access World A through D and World 9 is by playing Warpless, and then also you got to beat the game 8 times. So you have to have like 8 stars on your title screen in order to access the latter worlds. So I just told them I am not going to switch over to Super Nintendo. Keep me on the FDS. So they're like, okay, we'll do it Warpless 8-4 instead. So
Excellent.
yeah, and that was like my first GDQ run as well.
In the time that we've been talking about Lost levels, you've been 4 more levels. Is there anything that's specific to these levels here, the upcoming, that you're that are specific to that we'd like to talk about, or?
Well, we're seeing a lot of repeat levels now. This is actually 2-2, but with a lot more cheeps and bloopers. And as you just saw, I did get hit there because I had a very strange blooper pattern. They pretty much created a wall there. And these are like pretty gnarly patterns, but we'll be okay. The only thing now is we can grab the mushroom in 7-3, however, we cannot grab the fire flower until 8-2. So there are no power-ups in 7-4 or 8-1. So we're gonna have to try to grab this mushroom and keep it the rest of the way until we get to 18.
We really want to keep that mushroom.
Yeah, especially like this is a copy of 2-3. Oh gosh, this guy decided to bump the Koopa there, so that's one thing the cheeps can do. If they run into a Koopa, they will change the direction of it. So we're getting pretty gnarly patterns right now, but we'll get through it.
You have time for a quick donation?
Go ahead, yes.
All right, we have $10.02 from Crits and Grits saying, "Make Gary suffer for us."
Can you fill us in? Who's Gary and why is Gary suffering?
It's a long running thing within the Momocon community to make Gary suffer for just about anything.
Gotcha. I'm too new to Momocon. My first Momocon was in 2019, and man, I was just hoping it would be 2020 as well, but it's okay. 2021. We'll see you then, hopefully.
Also, real quick, we do have our winners from our Discord Power Hour. Dylan Wolf and an anonymous donor from Twitch, and Nor Mermaid, Shogi, and Report Turret from Discord. So you have your prizes ready to go.
Excellent. And again, as we're starting here in World 8, reminder that up until 6 p.m. Eastern Time, that's an hour and 20 minutes from now, if you donate $5 or more, you're entered in to win the prize pack for this game block. And if you get up to $20, you're also going to be entered in for the Vertigear chair that Let's Get Digital is giving away. So, sure to get in on that.
All right.
And I love 8-1. 8-1's a fun stage to me. I love it.
Yeah, there's another. His name is Haxer. He's mostly a SMB3 runner, but in SMB1 he does like 8-1 a lot, and I'm just wondering, like, why do you like it so much? It's such a long stage and it's really difficult, but I guess he likes the challenging, like, you know, the pipe jumps, and then just like how the level is altogether, like especially in 90%, it is pretty notorious for killing a lot of runs.
There's a lot of cool gap jumps that I like in it, that it test your, like, even on a casual level, your memory of the level, because you have to go at them pretty fast usually.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like they do get pretty scary at times, but you know, when you're running this game for like 4 years like I have, then you're pretty much used to it for the most part. However, like if you're playing it in the marathon setting or something, you kind of want to take things a little safer. So we try to like avoid the pipe jumps unless we really have to go for them, like if we're in a tournament race or something. But
you want to use your full brain, not just your muscle memory.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, that bullet bill was not kind. And the hammer bill was not kind either. Okay, so 8-3 is a pretty difficult stage when you don't know where the bros are going to be. But hopefully we can try to get them. Okay, this time they're actually pretty friendly here. So we'll re-grab fire. Or at least try to keep fire. Because this stage can be pretty notorious. Oh gosh. Okay, these bros. You know what? We're going to avoid fire for this one. We don't necessarily need it. Okay, that guy decided to jump.
Oh man. What the heck?
Yeah, they're just not having it today. Okay, no problem. We're gonna
all
play
made
for small.
That's what matters.
Yeah, a bit sketchy there, but no problem. We're at the final stage, so 8-4. And this is how it would normally look in any percent. Like, we would stay as small the entire way. Although you could technically play as Big Mario as well, but you cannot get a sub 5 with it. You can only get sub 5 with small. Let's see if we can get wall jump here. Just missed the pixel. However, I'll do something. Let's see if I can get it here. There we go. A little more swaggier.
Yeah, there we go. Never seen that one.
Yeah, so pretty much Mario can clip to the sides of the blocks, so it created like a tiny platform for like a frame or two. And we're able to like do that wall jump, but it doesn't really, you know, save any time. It's just something fun to do if you mess up the initial wall jump setup. Ooh, almost got the Loadaboo there. Bowser was friendly, and that is time.
Nice, excellent. I am the entire crowd. Just imagine the entire GDQ crowd.
Yeah, so that went fairly quick. It's roughly 20 minutes, just a little under 21 minutes. If those deaths didn't happen, we could have gotten like a 19 something, but I'm totally content with a 20-minute time for this game. But yeah, that is Super Mario Brothers. I will be switching over to Sonic just momentarily. So I just gotta switch consoles and then we'll be ready to go for that one.
Sounds good. I have it on a nice screen, so you let me know when you're all set up and we'll bring it back to you. In the meantime, just a reminder to everybody out there to donate now on the Tiltify page to Feeding America. It's a great charity. It was recently rated the #2 charity by Forbes in America. They have a network of over 200 food banks and 60,000 food pantries that they help service. And of course, due to COVID-19, there's a lot more food insecurity and unemployment out there in the world. And so luckily, Feeding America is out there helping out people and families across the United States. So please make a donation if you can. You know, if you can do at least $1, that's great. If you can up to $3, hey, we're killing those transaction fees. $5, even better. And also you get entered in for the giveaway. So make a donation if you can. Try to help out the total here. Again, thank you to the MomoCon Let's Get Digital team for letting the Zeldathon crew come on here and do some runs. It's been a lot of fun. And next up is Sonic 2 or Sonic 1. I've already forgotten.
It's Sonic 2, and we're
Sonic
ready
2.
to get back on.
Perfect.
And just to add in extra incentive for people to go ahead and donate, next 3 people who donate $20.45 will get a copy of 20XX on Steam.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool.
You're good on our ends, Sonic.
All right, so this is going to be Sonic 2. So as you can see, I am playing on the Sonic Classics cart, so it does come with like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine and Sonic 1. There is a reason why I am playing this specific version of Sonic 2. We will get to that when we get to those stages shortly. And this is on the actual Sega Genesis, so I just kind of switched the plugs from the Famicom over to the Genesis, and I pushed the button, so now we're here. But alright, we're going to do Sonic and Tails only. And we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This is a game that I've been running for the past 4 years as well, along with Super Mario Bros. As far as this game goes, the way I got into it was actually watching Darbian do a 12-hour challenge back in 2016, and that kind of got me into it. Although once I started playing Sonic, I only played it for like roughly a year, and then I kind of put this game to the side and I started running like the other Sonic games on the Sega Genesis. But eventually I did come back to this, and there was an event that I did for IGN, and it was promoting the Sonic movie, and I got to play this with Ben Schwartz, who was the voice actor for Sonic. And this happened back in February, before the pandemic started to happen.
I loved watching that video. It was one of those weird moments where like I saw the video come up on my timeline. I'm like, that's SuperSonic. I know him. And there's Ben Schwartz. I know him. That's Sonic.
Yep. So I was very fortunate to do that video with him, and the fun fact about that, so that entire video, they didn't cut anything from it. They kept the entire thing. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I did not expect him to keep all of that there. So, but yeah, that was like a fun project to do. You know, Ben is a really cool dude, and especially like when I was trying to ask him about the movie, he found every single way to dodge the question and just like talk about the game mainly. So that was really
Yeah.
fun.
A true professional in that,
Oh, yeah.
that manner.
Oh yeah, definitely.
he had that big NDA from the companies. He's like, I know exactly what I'm allowed to say, which is I am Sonic in the Sonic movie. You should watch it on release date.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, since that happened, the Sonic 2 speedrunning scene really blew up after that. And then we saw like a few new world records. So this game is pretty much timed by in-game time, but I'm doing it in RTA today. So in-game time, so anytime you see whatever time we end up on at the end of each stage. So right now we got a 24 in Chemical Plant 1. We would pretty much add that time and then every other stage that we play. So that would be the main timing method. The reason why we don't do it in RTA is because of the score countdowns at the end of each stage. So if you get like 50,000 points, that's like a lot of time that we have to wait for, you know, us to play the next level. So that's when the decision came in that, okay, we'll just do it in-game time and then we'll just keep it like that until who knows how long. But they do have RTA as a secondary timing method, so. Alright, so now we got Chemical Plant here. We didn't really talk about Emerald Hill at all because, you know, it's the introductory stage. There's really not much to talk about. And plus, we're getting to the interesting stuff in Aquatic Ruin very shortly. Also, we're going to make Tails defeat Robotnik, which I wasn't really intending on doing, but okay.
Well done, Tails.
Yeah, I totally like jumped really early there, but thankfully Tails was there to kind of save me. I think that was the very first time I actually had Tails, you know, defeat a boss like that, so it was pretty funny. And as you can see, like every time we get past like 10,000 points in the total, we will get a continue, so that does add a little more time. Alright, Aquatic Ruin 1. Oh gosh, grounder. Yeah, so you kind of notice I'm spin dashing a lot. That's like your main movement of this game. And you're probably like hearing on the mic as well, like my controller. So I spin dash by running my thumb from A to C like twice. So I'm setting up for a 6-tap spin dash, which is like the maximum speed you can get for a spin dash. However, like if you even like delay a press for just a tiny bit, it'll actually decrease your speed for spin dashing. So there's also another method you can do. You can do the piano roll method. So you can pretty much like have your controller like this and just kind of tap your buttons like that. But I haven't really been efficient with that method, so I just do the just sliding my thumb across. Okay, Aquatic Ruin 2, we're gonna go for a strat called coin flip. So we take intentional damage by those arrows, and we pretty much get like a really high bounce off that that flipper there. So that will save like a few seconds overall. And it has been implemented in the current record as well. Okay, so this Robotnik, you kind of noticed that his mallet didn't quite hit me. That's because I was standing at the far left side of the screen, and the hitbox is on the right side of that mallet, so it was unable to hit me from there. Alright, so we are 3 zones down. We're heading into Casino Night, which is probably the worst speedrunning stage in Sonic currently. But casually it's a lot of fun, because you know, you can, you know, gamble at the slot machines. Which, by the way, there is a gambling percent category on speedrun.com, so try to get 999 rings as fast as possible. But it is very RNG heavy, because you could get like 3 Robotniks, and you can't get jackpots every single time. It's pretty much like a meme category, but it's on there if anybody wants to try out like gambling. Alright, got the flipper clip there. That doesn't happen very often, but usually when the speed shoes run out at that point, you can actually clip through that.
So, did the username SuperSonic come first, or did you playing Sonic speedrunning wise come first?
The name SuperSonic actually did come first. So back in the old AIM days, like in the, I think it was like mid to late 90s, I was trying to think of a screen name. So I was like, okay, I like SuperSonic from Sonic 2. And I decided to put my numbers at the end as well, like the 7/10/87, which is actually my birth date. So, yeah.
No,
So,
I never want to ask that. And I was like, it's a zip code or something.
oh yeah, like, people will usually ask, and I'm pretty open about that, so it's like no problem to me. Okay, I tried to go for some pause buffers there because there was a way you can clip through that flipper, but I messed up the setup there. But it's no problem. We'll just go through these chili dogs, which I think they look like chili dogs. I don't know what they're actually called, but they look like chili dogs.
When you called them chili dogs, I was looking for a second, and I was like, yeah, they're chili dogs, and then I was like, but wait, are they?
Yeah, even I have no idea either. But they're like bumpers in a way, but nothing like too extravagant.
So you've gotten a chance to obviously work with, the Sonic movie on their promotion. Have you ever had a chance to work with anybody from Sega directly, like who knows more about Sonic, or is on like the Sega America team?
I never have actually. Yeah, that's one thing that I haven't really done yet. It's like actually get a chance to work with Sega, but I don't know how they find these things out, so I'm just kind of waiting on to see if there's a way they'll kind of find me and, probably get something going there. But in the meantime, whatever happens, happens. Oh gosh.
So what I understand is your phone line's open if they ever want to call.
Yeah, I'm definitely open for anything that they want to do. So Sega, if you're out there listening, yeah, I'm a Sonic speedrunner. If you guys want to do something, hit me up.
My username may be a slight trademark violation, but we can overlook that.
Yeah. Just a tad.
Oh wow, where are we going?
Oh yeah, so what we did there, so I got hit intentionally, and there's like a very thin line for the lava. So when you like stand on the platform, it'll actually clip you right through. And we pretty much do that to do a mini zip, and that'll avoid like this entire section of going around like the casual way. So it saves like a good amount of time, but also there's like lava to deal with as well in the next screen. So we try to like keep our rings for a damage boost there. Now this one, if I'm fast enough, I can catch a platform cycle, which I missed a jump. Because sometimes like when you try to jump on the frame as you land, it does not quite read it. So that's why they do the piano roll technique, and they try to push all three buttons like in succession as a piano roll. So that way like Sonic will be able to jump on the frame he stands on the ground. So okay, so this part right here, I may hit the lava. Nope, he actually landed on it. Because sometimes he can actually phase through that platform. So there's like a little bit of a quirk in Sonic games. So if you're like going past the screen boundary, whatever sprites are like loaded or about to load, it doesn't quite appear right away. So you end up just going right through it.
A little bit of a pop-in type thing.
Yeah. Alright, so we're done with Hilltop. And we're coming into my favorite zone, Mystic Cave. Oh yeah, and I also started to do this tippy toe thing ever since I did that video with Ben. He's like, yeah, balance on the capsule there. I'm like,
That's now your signature. You're adding it in.
Yep. I pretty much do that in every single attempt or any marathon run that I do. So yeah, that's mainly because of Ben. I've been doing that.
A reminder for everybody out there, it was mentioned in our chat, if you are able to donate $20.45 to Feeding America, you will get a copy of 20XX on Steam. So not only helping the charity, you're going to get a free game along with it. So be sure to get your donations in of $20.45. That amount, by the way, was Sonic's time on Mario, in case you're wondering that time.
Oh, okay. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Get those donations in. Alright, so we're heading into Mystic Cave 2. So we try to like grab that lever right away to bring down the bridge. And we're gonna take this top route here. Let's kind of avoid all of these shenanigans happening. Then, oops, I did not quite get the spin dash off there. So this is pretty much, as far as I know, the quickest way without having to glitch anything. If you play as Knuckles in this game, there is a faster method of getting to the boss fight a lot quicker, but it is a pretty hard trick to go for. Alright, so we defeated the boss. We were pretty much inside his hitbox because every time we hit him, his iframes does not affect Sonic. So we're able to pretty much stay inside and just set up a spin dash and not worry about the drills at all. Okay, Oil Ocean, this is where the run starts to get dangerous. And a lot of the fun happens too, but you know, having fun can also be dangerous too.
Life advice right there.
Yeah. So we're going to be taking this bottom route entirely for Act 1. So as you can see, we're pretty much traversing through oil. And there is a kill plane like right underneath it. So we just want to make sure that we don't touch that kill plane. Otherwise, you know, results in a death. So like every time we get a chance, we will try to like jump up right as we're very close to being at the end of it. So this part here, we're going to do a bit of a maneuver to get past that fan. Alright, and done with the stage.
I do have a quick raffle winner, if that's okay.
Go ahead. Yes.
All right, so the recipient of badge number 453, you have won a prize bundle that includes Steam codes for Undermine, Duck Game, Costume Kingdom, Fight Crab, Ooblets on Steam Epic Games, and a MomoCon 2019 Cyberpunk shirt, and a fandom box of swag.
Dang, lots of goodies.
Lots of stuff. So if you haven't already claimed yours, go ahead and go to momocon.com/shop and donate $10 to get a free lanyard and exclusive badge for MomoCon Let's Get Digital. That will also have a number on it, and that will be your raffle number.
You just kind of went to the end of the stage there a little bit.
Yeah, so what I did there, so I got hit intentionally, and I got set into one of those, what do they call it? Like teleporters, I guess. But the teleporter didn't quite activate correctly, so it sent me straight down. And it actually gave me SuperSonic properties, so I was able to jump higher, have more speed. So using that property, I was able to clip into a wall, and I did a level wrap, or like a horizontal zip, and it took me to the end of the stage. And then also with that Robotnik fight, getting a 1 cycle there is pretty difficult to do. Just trying to get all 8 hits at one time, because if you do miss 1 hit, then you have to wait 18 seconds to wait for him to come back up, because he goes through this one phase where he brings out like this this gun from the oil, and he just like shoots 3 times, and it's just like a big time waster. So we try to get that 1 cycle kill as quick as possible. So now here in Metropolis, we have Tails with us, and this is where he pretty much comes in, you know, at least helping rather than like messing us up.
Hey, he called a boss.
Yeah. Actually, I need to, you know, I'm gonna wait for him to come up here because I knew he was gonna do that. So we're gonna go for a screen wrap, which is a vertical wrap. So we're gonna crouch here, do a jump, and you kind of notice that this stage is actually vertically infinite. So we're able to traverse through different areas of the stage. Now sadly here, we actually did not get to the point we needed to go, but that's okay. We're actually towards the end of the stage anyway. It's Act 2 and Act 3 is where it gets a little kind of crazy, and we'll see that in just a moment. So in Act 2, we are going to go for another horizontal zip. But this setup is a little strange. So we had to get hit intentionally to stand on this platform to go through the lava, just like in Hilltop 1. And now we're like inside a wall. And I'm kind of like maneuvering Sonic in a way, so that way I'm able to see his positioning on where he's at. and it's gonna take me to the very end of the stage, and you see like a messed up signpost at the end.
That's amazing.
You can, yeah.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that you can actually get 15 seconds here if you do like a spin dash strat, like while the platform is going down. But I tried to do it the safe way and still got like 17, which is not bad.
Nice.
This trick on the other hand,
Metropolis 3.
yeah, Act 3 is a little difficult because you actually need Tails to cooperate here. And sometimes he'll do dumb things like that, like he just wants to act on his own. Okay, for this trick, I will be doing some pause buffering. Okay, I think this is good. Yeah. So for that trick, we needed Tails involved because he's the one that can actually step off that platform to make it go down. And my visual cue for Sonic is to have his tippy toes like pretty much lined up where those bolts are. And there are 3 specific frames that we look for in order to go for the zip. So the one that I unpaused on is the first frame. So on the first and second frame, we don't need to hold any inputs, and then we can actually zip freely. But if we get it on the third frame, which is the late one, we have to push left right as we unpause, otherwise Sonic will not zip through. So like the way how these zips actually work, it's actually taking Sonic's negative coordinate, and that's how you gain more speed from that way. So while we're going to the left, it's gonna shoot us off into the boundary and go all the way to the end of the stage. So it's, in a sense, he's going from the beginning to the end. So it's kind of strange of how it looks on screen, and especially like explaining it, because you know, doing these tricks, they're fun to do but hard to explain. But anyways, we do have a bit of a breather here. This is an auto scroller that's like 2 minutes and 6 seconds long. So if there's anything you want to mention, MC, go ahead.
I had a great question that I thought of. You know, I've seen your Fire Mario outfit that you've worn at several events when you're playing Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so the charity man in me says there has to be a day where we see you in a Sonic outfit playing Sonic. So is that on the table at any point in the future?
I actually do not have a Sonic outfit. I
Yeah.
think the one I had was back in elementary school, and I don't think that's gonna fit me anymore. So
All right. So what you're saying is we gotta research the adult Sonic costume.
if there's an adult version, I could probably put that on. I mean, I do have like the hat for it, but I don't know where it is. I have to like search for it in the house. But yeah, like
the Fire
normally,
Mario outfit is real slick too, and I've always when I saw you first time wearing that at a Caliphone, I believe it was.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so
like,
Caliphone
you got commitment
2017.
now.
Yeah, so Caliphone 2017 was the first time I actually did do like marathon style runs, and
Yeah.
ironically enough, it was a race against Darbian. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something to kind of stand out, and I decided to do that Fire Mario costume. And it was pretty much a tradition anytime I'm at live events. Sometimes I'll do it in online events too, but for this one I didn't quite get a chance to do that because I literally woke up and started like prepping for this. So I apologize for anybody that didn't get to see the Fire Mario costume, but I will have that on for side quest coming up.
Perfect. Okay, you got Mario gear on. You got the hat. You got the shirt. Your wardrobe's obviously full of Mario merchandise.
Yeah, I was gonna switch over to a Sonic hat, but I totally forgot. But we'll do that for Animaniacs though.
Well, I like Sonic just standing in midair, going flying forward.
Yeah, so I was just going off that zip line. Oh, geez, I need to wait a little bit here. So yeah, just to pretty much get off that. Oh, here's the reason why I'm playing the Sonic Classics cart. So, okay, I know what you're wondering, like why is Sonic like in the air like that? So this is a trick called Slope Glitch, and pretty much what it does, it creates Sonic to be in his tippy toe state the entire way, but he's not really like on solid ground. So we set up a trick like this, and we pretty much get a quick kill on the boss rather than doing it the normal way. So the normal way we would have to like stand on the platforms and try to hit him. And that particular boss does shoot a laser every now and then. And this is totally fine too.
Are you sure? Sonic does not look okay.
Yeah, he did not look okay there, but yeah, we call that lookup, and there is an actual FFZ emote for that. So awesome. Anytime we get to that point, like the chat will just put lookup, and then there's like this really crazy looking sprite there. But yeah, like the main purpose of that trick is, so when we have slope glitch involved, we're able to go inside the ceiling, and if we did it correctly, we're able to set up a spin dash into the boss, and we can get like the 8 quick hits in there. Alright, we're coming up on the final stage of the game, Death Egg Zone, and this is pretty much a boss gauntlet. Only 2 bosses in particular, but we don't have any rings for this. So for this first boss, we're going to deal with SuperSonic, and it is actually possible to soft lock against this guy, so I gotta play it a little safe and make sure not to do that. Okay, so we got rid of him.
Is there a difference between SuperSonic and Metal Sonic?
Yeah, so this one's SuperSonic. Metal Sonic is in Sonic CD, and then the one in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that's called Mecha Sonic. So there's 3 different kinds, and there's like people that usually don't get that right, and I was like, I was one of those people as well, like, hey, this is Metal Sonic though, but they're like, nope, it's SuperSonic. So
let's study the lore.
Yeah, I did some research and I found out that yeah, that is their proper names. Oh no, I missed the last hit. I got hit by the spikes there. So for
Alright, let's do it. We're gonna do it now. First try.
Yeah. Because as you notice, I was spin dashing inside SuperSonic there, so his hitbox didn't like activate until he touched the ground. So I was able to set up a spin dash to get like 4 quick hits, and then get the second quick hits in there. Death Egg Robot, this is the final fight. He does take 12 hits to kill, and you kind of notice I'm standing behind him. That's because he doesn't have a hitbox for his jetpack. The hitbox he has is for his flame, and I jumped a little too late there. This can happen sometimes in Death Egg Zone, and it is one of the more tougher fights in the run.
Death Egg Zone, not Life Egg Zone.
Yeah, and not having rings makes it even harder. So it is actually possible to defeat him in... What are you doing? There we go. It is possible to get all 12 hits in one go, but the way you get those hits are very difficult, so I'm going for a strat called 10-2, so you get 10 hits and then the final 2 at the end. Okay, so there's 3, 4, 6, 7, and then we should get the last 3 here for 10. And then we're going to wait for him to come back down. Hopefully I don't touch the spikes this time. There we go, now we got the last 2.
And there's 12.
And then time is on fade out. There you have it.
24-27. Not too shabby.
Yeah, I mean that is pretty expected for, you know, if things were to go wrong in Death Egg, but that is a very good time to have for this game. I think the best run I've had was like a 22-minute RTA time, but my in-game PB is a 15:44. So, and I think in RTA that would be like a 22 something or probably 21 something. But yeah, that is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Hope y'all enjoyed that run. We got one more game to go. That is Animaniacs. I just got to do a quick cartridge swap and then we'll be good to go.
Perfect. You're free to get that set up. Cat, would you like to read out anything, any information that people might want to know about the charity or how to donate, what they're donating for?
Yeah, sure, I can do that real quick. Hey, calm down. Sorry, my mic was doing a thing. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Accidentally kicked my mic cord out. All right, so what are we donating for? We are donating to anything that you donate is going to be going to Feeding America. They are a organization that helps feed food-enabled people. Let me get my thing right here. During the coronavirus pandemic. Sorry, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Give me a second. It's a little warm in here. All right. Yes, sorry. Feeding America is the nation's largest domestic hunger relief organization. The Feeding America network of food banks, pantries, and meal programs serve virtually every community in the United States, about 40 million people, including 12 million children and 7 million seniors. The Feeding America network provides over 4.3 billion meals annually, helping 1 in 7 Americans facing hunger live more secure and stable lives. Any $5 donation that you make will go to a list of I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. A list of prizes. During this current block, you can win a copy of Duck Game. Sorry, am I in the right? I'm not in the right one. Sorry. Undermine, Fight Crab, Giraffe, and Annika. Torto, Curse Divine, Jetboard Joust, and Gun Pig for the Switch. You can also get a MomoCon box of swag, which isn't just MomoCon merch. It is a bunch of stuff from various things. So you may get something from E3 or other places like that. And if you donate at least $20, you are entered into a raffle for a... Why am I just not prepared right now?
A Vertigear chair, right?
There it is. That's the one. I am just not on top of it right now. Yes, a Vertigear chair. It is very comfy, very nice. It's a very, very nice chair, and it's worth about $500. So $20 gets you a $500 chair. That's a good deal.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Sonic, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna shoot it back over to you for Animaniacs, which I have plenty of questions of because I've recently been watching the new show.
Yeah, so this is Animaniacs on the Sega Genesis. We will be playing through the easy difficulty. And without further ado, we'll just get started with the run here in 3, 2, 1, go. And feel free to fire away on the questions, MC.
Favorite Animaniac?
My favorite Animaniac is Wacko.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, we're cool. We're chill. Wacko is my favorite too.
Yeah, I just love how he is, like his wackiness and, you know, using a mallet to destroy things, and he's just a really fun character overall. But yeah, anyways,
would you like to give us some information about this run? Now that I've asked the easy question, I know nothing about this game. Inform us.
Yeah, so Animaniacs on the Sega Genesis is strictly a 2D platformer. It is a Sonic Heroes style game, so you're able to switch through the characters at any time. So we have Yakko, who pretty much has a paddle ball, and he can also pull and push objects. And then we have Wacko, who has a mallet. He can destroy like pretty much like cracked blocks, and then also ignite cannons. And then we have Dot, who pretty much just basically charms the male characters. She just blows a kiss and then they'll just get infatuated with her for like a short amount of time. So we can only switch through the characters in order, or we cannot switch like from Yakko to Dot or Dot to Wacko, so on and so forth. So we're always gonna have that that straightforward order for these guys. And there are no glitches involved in this game, so it's just strictly platforming and execution. There are also some boss manips we can go for, and just like a lot of interesting things that can happen in this game. So we got medium buttons here. We do usually see them across the run, but we don't really save them, mainly because it wastes time. But for this particular section... Oh, go ahead, MC.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You have information.
Oh, I was just saying that I did a damage boost there to avoid the puzzle section of moving the blocks around. we try to make it in these various cycles just to make sure we're on the correct platforms. So for this case, like we call these the Yoku blocks, like just like in Mega Man. It kind of has an homage to that. But sometimes we have to like kind of wade through and just kind of go through that way.
So, other than the amazing walk animations in this game, what really drew you to this game? Because it seems like you know, for someone who played a lot of Mario and Sonic where you're going really fast, this game is distinctly a little bit slower.
Yeah, so as we're seeing right now, this is the maximum speed they can go. They don't have a run button or anything like that. What drew me to this game is like I actually played this as a kid, like a long time ago. And I was kind of looking into different speedruns other than Mario and Sonic, since that's what I'm pretty much known for. So I kind of wanted to see if I can expand the horizons of speedrunning a little bit. So then this game came to mind, and I was like, you know what, this looks like a pretty simple game, so why don't we give it a shot? And then I started running it, and I instantly just fell in love with the game, like, you know, as a speedrun. Like, although it is technically like very slow and there aren't any glitches involved, but it's mostly like the execution of the game that pretty much drew me into it. And I was like, yeah, I gotta play this game. And I have another friend of mine, her name is Kelsey. She was interested in this game as well, just from watching me play it. And I was like, okay, you know what, we'll go through it together, and then you can like learn the run and everything. So there aren't that many people on the leaderboards right now. There's like only 5, and also Ralph is being very, very mean right here. We're supposed to hit Ralph 5 times with the pie, but he's doing a great job avoiding these pies right now. And also the pie launcher is very random as well. So whenever I hit it, it'll either go left or right. Come on, Ralph. We just need one more pie for you. There we go. Okay. Normally that could be done a little faster if there's a way to manipulate the pie launcher, but we're still looking into that. And actually, like the current world record right now, which is held by Rash from Russia, he found a way to get all 5 hits in a row, but it pretty much depends on like where the pie launcher is going. And that pie launcher, it just goes wherever it wants to, has a mind of its own. And like I found a way to save time, but it's still not consistent yet. But I can save like over 15 seconds from my current PB, which used to be the former world record for that game. But yeah, this fight as on top of that, but well, I mean, I can't speak. This fight, we pretty much have to wait it out. So we kind of noticed that I'm trying to keep the train to the right side as much as possible. And that lid on top, it pretty much goes on its own. Ended up dying there because Ralph jumped on, like, pretty much onto me. So this is why we picked this stage first. So in the run itself, we go through all the stages to see like which one would be the best to go through first. So we picked this one mainly because this is the most RNG heavy stage of the run. Especially with like the lid on top there, it just opens randomly and there's no way to control that. So I just keep on like chucking the coals into the chute just to make sure that we can actually get them in there whenever the lid opens. And as far as Ralph goes, he is actually on a timer. So we have to pretty much wait out this entire segment in order to proceed to the final phase, which is him like running on the train tracks.
So it's like a glorified auto-scroller at the beginning?
Pretty much, yes. This is why we picked this stage first. So here we come. So we got this the train locked on the right side. We're just gonna wait right here. And Ralph moves pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's going pretty fast comparatively to a moving train.
Yeah. So we grabbed the kind of like the sheriff star there. So that's like a movie artifact that we collect throughout the run. And there's 5 of them to collect. And since we're still in the confines of the Warner Brothers studio, so that was like the Western studio that we just went through. This one, which is originally stage 1, this is like more of your Jurassic Park or Indiana Jones style stage, or anything that like involves a jungle. And this stage in particular, this is like your auto-scroller stage mostly. So like in the next couple screens that we will see, there's be quite a bit of auto-scrolling. So, but in this section here, we're gonna go ahead and pretty much infatuate the stagehand there.
Oh, is this supposed to be a Star Wars reference right here?
I think so, yeah. Or it can be like a dinosaur or something, like based on your imagination of how each stage is pretty much like. And then we got this alligator here. If we pretty much stand on top of the boat while the alligator is still around, he can actually create lag. So that's why I just jump up and down just to avoid him from dashing through. And out of nowhere, we see this elephant. No idea why it's out in the ocean like that. It's just there. But it'll just pretty much spew out water from its trunk. And
this game is full of creativity and just funny moments.
yeah. So right there with Ralph, we just pretty much stun him with the paddle ball with Yakko. And it pretty much like created a pathway for us just to go through. Now this section, we have to hit the switch, which is at the very bottom, to open the door that's up top. So we had to do a little bit of waiting here, which is probably why like this game isn't really much of a speedrun, because of this stage in particular, because we gotta wait for these platforms. There's no way to like clip through that door yet, as far as I know. And plus this game is still fairly new in terms of speedrunning. Like there aren't that many people.
That there is a run that was like 3 years ago by a runner on the leaderboard, but you know, other than that, everything else has been within a year of now. So it's still something that's not been run much.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's mainly because like it's not really fast paced, and like there aren't any glitches to go for, like whether it's clipping through walls or, you know, doing level reps and like in Sonic or anything like that. But I just think it's a pretty neat game, like from what I remember as a kid, and it's a very fun platformer. Mm-hmm. And you can even beat this like in a speedrunning sense in under 30 minutes. So if you're looking for something that's under 30 minutes,
it's a fun run. It's something that you could definitely do. You know, with how much you've been doing, you know, the more high intensity games and stuff, with like where things are much more optimized and competitive. Having something like this is a good type of game to have as part of your repertoire. It'll make your speedrunning enjoyment overall better, I think.
Yeah, and for the most part, the speedrun is pretty calm and chill. Sometimes there could be some intense moments in the run, which we will pretty much see shortly here. And also, as you notice, on the top left, you see like the different portraits of the characters. So they have different expressions, and those expressions are actually your health. So depending on how they look on those portraits will pretty much determine like how they're feeling health-wise. If I can open the switch, that'll be nice. And of course we're dealing with Ralph again, and we're gonna try to go for a stun lock here. Just need him to be in a good spot for me to stun lock him. There we go. So you just gotta hit him 7 times, and then we'll be on our merry way. And yeah, we see Pinky and the Brain kind of roaming around, but they don't really do anything. They just kind of show themselves. And we got the next artifact.
So how does this game, I've never, you specifically always mentioned this is the Animaniacs Genesis game. Is the SNES game completely different, or is it something similar?
The SNES version is definitely different. I think based on from what I've seen, because I never played the game before, it has like a, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but if you were to play like something like Streets of Rage, like kind of that format, like those kind of movements, so you can actually move freely. And also, I don't really know how the power-ups or anything like that go in that game, because I do recall seeing a slot machine, and I think the slot machine does like different things for the characters. So yeah, like I'm not really familiar with the Super Nintendo version, but it is completely
just a wildly different game.
Yeah. It's a completely different version of it compared to this one, and that was actually showcased at GDQ before, not this one. So this game has never been seen at a GDQ before.
Yeah.
And then let's see what else.
That's me pulling for you right there by saying yet.
Yeah. So I've been trying to get this game at a GDQ for a long time, and so far no luck. But I have played this during their hotfix shows. And I will be playing this as well for side quests coming up in a couple weeks. So we will be seeing this for that event as well.
Hey, do we have time for a quick donation?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a anonymous. We have an anonymous donator donating $3.45, bringing our total up to $3,222.22.
Right.
Nice, even number. That's what we like to see. So you're really just going to town on Ralph right now.
Yeah, that screen is pretty pointless. It just goes through this quote-unquote auto-scroller style. There is pretty much, you can get like the health items to restore your health, or there's like these stars that you collect, but they don't really do anything offhand right now. But if you were to collect, like, I think it's 100 of them, it'll give you an extra life, but we don't get 100 in the run at all. Like, I think the most we get was like 70 something. So they don't really help out at all. But they do add up on the score, which I will describe when we see a score countdown coming up. But yeah, we see Ralph pretty much all the time. He's trying to capture the Warner Brothers and the Warner sister any chance he gets.
Bring him back to the tower.
Yep, that's what he's trying to do. And that's actually what it shows. Like, when you get a game over in this game, you're either gonna get locked in the tower, or if you know, hit continue, like, they'll just appear right underneath his hat, just like the cartoon intro.
Perfect. That's really clever.
Yeah.
Hopefully we won't see that animation.
No, we won't be seeing that. So now this stage, this is like the Star Wars or Star Trek style stage. So right here, I will be switching to Dot because she does have the smallest hitbox. And it is actually possible to softlock between that door that I'm opening and this platform. Also, we see the nurse there, so hello, nurse. Yeah, we just see her for like a split second.
Is that her only appearance in the game?
I think so, yeah. But yeah, this is kind of like an homage to Sonic 2, which we just saw a while ago. Chemical Plant Zone with those platforms.
You know, it's all starting to run together that now I'm like, oh my gosh, it is Sonic. It is a Sonic stages. And
Yeah, so there's like a lot of references from like Mega Man, Sonic. I think there's some Mario references too. Haven't really quite looked into that. Oh, there is a Donkey Kong reference as well. Like, I don't know if you've played Donkey Kong Jr. before on the NES.
I have.
Yeah, so there, this boss fight, it is pretty much an homage to that. I think it's stage 3, where there's like these platforms and there's like these little electric things going around. Maybe like once you see it, you'll probably recognize it. But this kind of reminds me of that stage in Donkey Kong Jr.
Oh, I see the little sparks going.
Yeah. So like that's like,
you know, on the previous screen, I swear you're Ryan AT-AT from Star Wars.
It does look like it, yeah, and it does feel more like fitting for this particular stage since it is a space setting.
Right.
And now up here we got our Donkey Kong.
Yeah, that's totally a Donkey Kong reference right there.
All right, so we got our third stage artifact. We're heading into our fourth one. And the fourth one is kind of like your horror style. So you got like the Grim Reaper, the Haunted House, Dracula. So it's like your generic horror style studio here. And Jason. So we're going to try to get Jason's mask here. So right away we see the Grim Reaper. We're just going to run right into him. It just takes one hit. Otherwise, the more proper way to do that is to get Dot to charm him with the blown kiss there. But it's actually a lot faster just to take a hit. And this hay bale does contain a jack-in-the-box. If you stand on it, it'll take you back to the beginning of the stage, and you don't want to do that. So we try to avoid that as much as possible.
A wall master from Zelda.
Exactly, yeah, that is definitely a good comparison. And this stage in particular, this is like your puzzle style stage.
A lot of blocks to push on switches and stuff.
Yeah. Ooh, this book is not in a good spot. I usually call these like good books or bad books. The bad books, if they're like pretty much in your way, like right by the pit. And the knockback is pretty terrible if you're in the air. So if you get hit while you're in the air, it's going to send you straight down. And we saw Dracula, we just pretty much blew him a kiss. Otherwise, he would continuously jump over and shoot fireballs every single time, and it gets pretty annoying to deal with. So with Dot, we just pretty much blow a kiss, and we'll just be on our merry way. But that's not the end we'll see of Dracula. We will see him at the boss fight.
Oh, it's Pinky in the Brain.
Mm-hmm.
What do they have to do?
So yeah, we have an appearance of Pinky in the Brain here. This is like a mini auto-scroller section, just avoiding the plates and the glass that, you know, with their French horn balloon contraption. I don't even know what that device is called, but it's whatever it's whatever Brain came up with. So now we see that it blows up, so we get access to this block here. So you kind of notice that sometimes I'll just have like Yakko bring out his paddle ball. That's to pretty much buffer the action button, and I will be able to grab it if I were to like pull a block, for instance. So like in this case, got the paddle ball out, and I'm able to pull right away instead of having to like stand up against the block and then push the A button and then move. But if you're like pushing, you don't have to like hold the A button. It's only when you're pulling the object. So that first go around, we pretty much dropped the blocks like just wherever they went, just to open the left door. Now we put them in order to open the right door. And now we're gonna head into the exit, which is actually the sewer area. And as you can see, there is a sign out there with a skull. That means you cannot go in the water because that'll be an instant death because they cannot swim. So gotta avoid that at all costs.
Even more deadly than Sonic water.
Yep. We're gonna wait for this drain to go, because if, you know, as I mentioned before, if you get hit while you're in the air, the knockback is gonna send you straight down, and that water would have instantly killed us. And conveniently, they have an extra life set there for us. Oh, were we saying something, MC?
Just saying you drain the water out, and I was thinking to myself about, you know, I haven't been able to hear the soundtrack or the sound effects in this game at all from my perspective of watching here. So you tell me, and in your own professional review words, how are the music and the sound effects for this game, based on your perspective?
The sound effects sound really strange. Like they're very like Genesis style. The soundtrack, on the other hand, like they do have pretty good music in this game. Especially like the next stage that's coming up is probably like my favorite track of the game. But yeah, like the sound effects are very weird. Like they don't sound like real sound effects or something. They're just something that they threw together.
Gotcha.
And now we have the last
mask.
Yeah, the Jason mask. So what we saw there, I pretty much manipulated Dracula to show up across from me every single time. So I pretty much stood on that top left platform, and then Dracula would appear there, and then I would hit the switch that's on the bottom left to drop the platform on the top right. So that's like pretty much your stun lock there for that boss fight.
The Jason mask. I said Freddy Krueger. I'm all mixed up.
Yeah, yeah, Jason mask. So now this is stage 5. So we didn't see this in our stage selection, so I consider this like the Wily stage, which is like the hardest stage in the run. Because a lot of things can go wrong and a lot of things can destroy you in this stage. So first things first, we are going to take 2 intentional hits. Normally the game would want you to destroy those brown things on the sides to stop the torches from going. But in the speedrun, we just go right through them, get hit, no big deal. Now we see Pinky in the Brain here. And they're going to destroy that last one for us, because this particular electric thing, if we take a hit from that, it'll instantly kill us. However, you kind of noticed I did go through there a little bit. That's because the hitbox is on the very top of it. But we had to destroy it with Pinky in the Brain, otherwise we wouldn't be able to go through. Because I believe it is an instant KO, but I haven't really tested it out because I didn't want to die in the stage. So I was like, we'll just do it that way. Okay, now another mini puzzle with these blocks, but pretty easy to do. Now this section here coming up, this is a pretty dangerous platforming section.
Especially because you're already down a couple health points.
Yeah, that too. And so we got the dancing hippos in the apartment complex, and they're standing on the very top floor. I don't know how they're actually supported on that, but you know, video game logic. So we got Flavio and Marita, I believe that's what their names are for the hippos, and we got Slappy showing up a little bit there too. Slappy's just chilling there, enjoying the view. So yeah, we do see like cameo appearances from like the cartoon characters themselves. Okay, now this upcoming section, we're going to be using Wacko a lot in the next screen. Especially right here, because we want to ignite this bomb. And that's like radioactive canisters. So we just pretty much shoot those up to bring down the staircase. And then this section, the left side of the screen is an instant death. So we cannot go anywhere near that. However, we will take this safety health. And this is pretty funny. They put an extra life right by these spikes, and it's hardly like accessible at all. Like while you're avoiding that exploding thing on the left. So I feel like the game developers were being a bit trolly there. Okay, hit this lock here, and then we're gonna switch over to Yakko. And this segment here, we got a helicopter in the background. They're gonna shoot the glass, and it deals 2 damage per like shard. So I'm not in a good health state right now, especially for the next screen coming up. And we kind of tricked him to not get him in his line of sight.
And now we're in the apocalypse.
Yep, we see fireballs just going around everywhere. They're all pretty random. And this is the only fire hydrant we will activate. Or destroy rather, to get the water out, and it is very laggy because of all the fireballs that are being shot around. That's the only time we actually break open the fire hydrant. The rest of the way, we're just gonna take that safety health and hope that we don't get hit by those fireballs. Especially this section here. Yeah, we got buttons kind of like catching a sight of Mindy, trying to get to them, but there isn't really a speedrunning category yet to save, you know, put Mindy buttons together. Because they're pretty much, I think they pretty much appear at every single stage that we've seen, but some of them are pretty out of the way. And now we do have a cutscene here. It is like 2 minutes long, so if you got anything, feel free. We can't skip this cutscene either.
I think the only thing we should do is make sure we remind everybody out there that we have not much time remaining here on Zeldathon's portion of Let's Get Digital Day 2. And with that, we have our prize shift ending at the end in 20 minutes here. So be sure to go to the Tiltify page linked on Twitch and make a donation of at least $5 to be entered in to win that giveaway. And if you want to enter in for the Vertigear chair, that's $20. So get your donations in now. At this point, I would say you have an extremely high chance of winning that prize pack full of game goodies. So don't delay, get your $5 in today. And you have a full cartoon going on right now though in the game.
Yeah, so we find out that Pinky and the Brain are the main culprits of stealing the movie collectibles that we collected this entire time. And they're like, oh, we want to take over the world, you know, like their usual shtick, like, oh, you know, what are we gonna do every night, Pinky or Brain? And like Brain is all like, yeah, same thing we do every night, Pinky. They're trying to take over the world. So now we're gonna see this this contraption we're gonna fight. It's a pretty interesting boss fight, and it does involve all 3 characters. We will be starting off with Dot first, so that way we can charm Pinky, because Pinky's gonna be tossing these bombs, and he's gonna try to light them up as well. So if we charm him with Dot, he will just toss the bomb without lighting it up, and then with that bomb, we would have to push it with Yakko, and then ignite it with Wacko. So it's gonna be like a constant cycle for all the hits that we have to do.
I like that. that could be an emote. Brain W.
Yeah. Say, Pinky, I shall have to hurt you soon.
That's the emote right there. Oh god.
Yeah, the close-ups for those faces were really funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is actually the final boss of the game. It's Pinky and the Brain themselves, and they have like this Frankenstein-looking creation here. So Pinky's like sitting in the pocket of the coat. So the first phase we're pretty much doing as I mentioned, like trying to get the bombs unlit. And then we're just gonna push him with Yakko and then ignite him with Wacko. And you kind of notice that I jump and swing the mallet with Wacko. That's because I can bring out the mallet a lot faster rather than doing it this way. Because he's doing like an animation to kind of like pull back and then swing the hammer. So now this is phase 2. So now the top half is pretty much vulnerable. But we pretty much do the same exact thing. The legs can also damage it too.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and I'm going to be taking a lot of hits intentionally. Okay, I need the legs to go away just slightly here. But we do kind of want to keep it close by. We don't want it to go too far away now. So yeah, the legs are just pretty much acting on its own, and there we go. So time's going to be once I grab all the artifacts. So optimally, you want the legs to be nearby. Otherwise, if it just kind of wanders out, like to the left side, it's going to take its sweet time to kind of move. So there's all the 5 artifacts, and that is time.
Excellent. That was a really fun run. I've never seen it before, so I'm really glad that not only are you gonna get to do this now, but you're gonna have it at side quest. Wow, that's a fun run.
Yeah, so 28:31, that is actually a pretty good time. Like, even though we kind of messed up in stage 2, and I think, yeah, we also died once in stage 3, but my current PB is a 26:14. World record is 26:04, and we're pretty much in a race to get the first 25 of the game. So we'll see whenever that happens. But yeah, I'm pretty close to that 25-minute barrier. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the run. Hope you guys enjoyed the Sonic and Mario speedruns as well. And also thank you to MomoCon for having me be a part of this event. And of course, thanks to you, MC, for inviting me to this as well.
Yeah, would you like to let people know where they can find you and your speedruns?
So I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/supersonic71087. So that's supersonic71087, all in one word. There's no spaces or underscores. That's also the same as my Twitter tag as well. So at supersonic71087. I do have an Instagram, but I hardly use it. But it's the same name as well. I also have a Discord. A Discord server. It's called the SuperSonic Shrine. You can find that on my Twitch page. And that's practically it.
Perfect. Thank you again for your runs. Thank you for being here. And again, thank you to MomoCon for having Zeldathon. If you guys would like to see more of what we do, we have a special event coming up on December 26th. It's called Side Quest. We're going to be doing 7 days of all sorts of games, music, and more. You might be saying, well, why you call it Zeldathon? Well, we got our roots are in playing Zelda, and we're going to have lots of Zelda at Side Quest. We've been branching out. Turns out there's video games other than The Legend of Zelda. Can you believe it? So yeah, feel free to check us out on December 26th. Our information is on screen now. Zeldathon.net, Zeldathon's on Twitter, and we're Zeldathon on pretty much anything, including TikTok. If you want to see Among Us videos, we're into that now. So thank you again, MomoCon. We're a little bit early, so hopefully y'all are prepared to switch us over. But thank you again for everything, and keep donating to Feeding America.